who doesn't want to do this? Save money on groceries and eat better. I tell you what, this is a problem today that I have to tell you, even somebody, and my income is pretty darn good compared to the average. I've noticed a big difference at the grocery store and just how much money we spend versus what's in the cart. And I say to my wife all the time, like, how can egg be now $4 a dozen, or $4.50 a dozen? It used to be 50 cents a dozen. But there's so many things that are out of whack when it comes to the grocery store lately, and other inflationary things. I guess the average American family is looking at $4,000 to $5,000 more spent for goods and services than they did 2 or 3 years ago. So we're all in the same boat. 64% of the Americans out there has said that they have noticed a significant thing when it comes to buying groceries, and they're living paycheck to paycheck. So this is what's happening, and I want to talk about a problem that I think some of this can solve a little bit. Not all of it, but we can solve it a little bit. I'm going to go through and talk about that, and it's 5 simple steps to affordable and nutritious grocery shopping, because it's one thing to find a way to save money grocery shopping. It's another thing to find a way to eat healthier as you're doing it, because you don't want to just be buying the cheap stuff, which is usually not good for you. It's cheaper, it's not good for you. So let's go through this. We're going to go through this very quickly, and as usual, I had all this in my blog, on my website, RxHealthyHabits.com, and a weekly newsletter that comes out. This will be part of the content embedded, so it's cool. So here's some of the problems. Rising prices. Now, people say, well, it's slowing down a little bit. Yeah, but inflation's still going up, and on some things, I don't care what you say, the prices on those have not come down, but rising prices are here to stay. And the more people and more government are trying to push towards more sustainable food, you're going to see prices go up. And especially with fuel costs, that's not really pushing the prices. So until fuel costs come down, don't expect the prices at the grocery store to come down much. Here's one of the biggest challenges, though, we face is, besides, number one, rising prices, it's impulse purchases. This is something you can control. It's hard to control the pricing unless you learn to shop some really places that have better pricing, and what you can do, we'll talk about that. But impulse purchasing, you really have to have a list when you go to the store and not buy a lot of extra stuff. Now, the stores want you to, we get that, but you have to have a way to reduce your impulse buying, where you just go to the store, what you need to get to and get out, right? That's huge. And that comes from lack of planning. I like to make a list because I know one of the challenges I'm going to have when I get there is I want to see those pretzels over there that got my name on them, but they don't, because it's not on my list. But lack of planning, we plan out which aisles to go down, I guess, and what things we're really looking for and which aisles to avoid. I can't go down the snack aisle and the soda aisle because I'll do impulse buying there every single time. Limited access to affordable options. Some people live in areas where they really don't have choices. We live in Vegas. There's a lot of grocery stores here. There's all different tier grocery stores. So you can go from high-end, bougie, that people like to go there to be seen more than anything else, so they wouldn't dare be seen at a discount place, right? But we go to a range of things, but we like to shop mainly at a place where we can get bulk foods, and we know the prices on meat where they butcher their own is better. We choose to go there, and I don't care about bougie. I want to go where we can get the value, because I hate overspending. And we'll compare prices at bougie stores to where we get stuff, and we're like, oh my God, do they wear a mask at that store? Not the one on their face for COVID, but like a burglar mask, because they should, okay? So here's the other one. Besides having limited access to affordable options, how about this? Fluctuating income and financial constraints. Things go up and down. Right now, I think wages are not keeping up with inflation. So that's a place where your income is going to fluctuate. And there's also other kind of financial constraints right now with other credit card debt, which is crushing people. And more is being paid for that. So 5 things. Now let's talk about some solutions finally, because enough of the problems. You guys know the problems. Here we go. Create a detailed meal plan, so when you go out, you're not just shopping, say, okay, maybe I'll buy this and we'll make this. No, what's your meal plan? What do you plan on making that week for the family? What are some things you're going to have for yourself if you're single? What are some of the meals you're going to do at home? Because I tell you what, it's going to be much better for you to do as many meals as you can from home from a cost standpoint too. So make sure you really look at ways that you can minimize waste, but also repurpose things that you buy at the store. That's so important. Shop with a list and stick to it. Again, impulse buy, you want to have that list and you want to make sure you keep that really to that. If you have to go to several stores, it's okay, instead of just buying things. Now, take advantage of sales and coupons. My wife likes going to one store because they usually have some manager specials, and sometimes they're a real good deal. This week it was shrimp. It was a crazy price. We bought some. But she's not a big coupon clipper, but she does get some in the mail from some of the stores we go to. or online, so she uses those. But some people like doing coupon clipping. Nothing wrong with that. You can save some money. Here's one: buy in bulk. This is huge. Strategically buy in bulk. You're not buying for the container. You're only buying what you need, so you don't overbuy and have something sit in your shelf in your pantry forever that you're only going to use once and throw it out. Buy bulk. If you got a store that sells bulk, really start to take a look at what they have there. It's huge. And embrace plant-based and budget-friendly options. There's a lot of budget-friendly options when it comes to protein sources, where you can get proteins for cheaper by doing some plant source. Sometimes that's an option to think about. So I don't know. Maybe you say to yourself, there's really no way I can cut back on my grocery expenses when I go to the store. But I'm going to tell you, if it's bugging you like it bugged me, when I looked at my car for $85 and now it cost me $120, a couple years later, a few months later, I'm like, wait, we got to take a look at this. And we go out probably 3 or 4 times a month, maybe, I'd say about 3 times a month shopping. It's just me and my wife. But can you imagine a family of 3, 4, 5, what they're spending? And if they could cut that by 15, 20% by doing things differently, would it be worth it? So hope that helps. Until next video podcast, stay healthy, stay strong, and find a way to save some money and get healthy with a grocery shop, because you know what? We got no choice.